The Sony PlayStation 3 was one of the first Blu-ray players available, and it's still one of the best. Here's how you configure it for optimal picture and sound quality. First, find Display Settings. Select Video Output Settings. I'm using an HDMI connection, and I'll run the automatic scan. This happens to be a 1080p compatible display, and it's detected as such. Here is a list of the supported resolutions for this particular TV. If this was a 3D compatible display, it would list the supported 3D formats as well. We'll set audio output next, again with HDMI, and I'll run the automatic scan. In this case, I have the PlayStation 3 connected through an AV receiver, so I end up with a long list of supported audio formats. If this were connected directly to the television, it may only list 2 or 3. I'll leave most of these other settings at their default value, including RGB full range. This setting affects video content only, and the limited setting is often the correct one. With games, the PlayStation 3 automatically switches to full range RGB output. However, for Blu-ray and DVD playback, we'll be using component video formats, and this setting will not apply. The super white setting is related to extended video information that may be present in the video signal. If this is set to off, the PlayStation will automatically clip that information and not pass it along to the display device. By turning this on, it allows any extended range video information to reach the display. This is especially useful when using a contrast setup test pattern, or if a movie contains bright detail in the extended range. I'd rather the display be the limiting factor, not the video source. The deep color output setting shouldn't matter, as there's very little content authored for the increased bit depth that deep color supports. For most content and display types, off is the preferred setting. Next, we'll check our video settings. These are the settings related to Blu-ray and DVD playback. I will leave most of these at their default value. For the BD-DVD upscaler setting, if you are viewing a standard definition DVD video that has a 4:3 aspect ratio, like older TV shows and movies, settings other than off will overscan the video picture, effectively cropping its outer edge. For optimal picture detail and to see every video pixel with this type of content, configure the BD-DVD upscaler setting to off. If your TV supports 1080p 24Hz input, configure the PlayStation 3 to provide this video format. Most Blu-ray movies are encoded on the disc in the 1080p 24 format, and it's recommended to leave this signal unaltered as it's fed to a compatible display. Blu-ray disc DVD dynamic range control. Configure this setting to off in order to provide maximum audio quality to an AV receiver or a soundbar speaker system. Receivers and soundbars feature its own range control options that can be enabled if ever needed. One scenario that may call for leaving range control enabled would be when using a TV's built-in speakers and the TV lacks its own audio enhancement options. Blu-ray disc DVD audio format output. The correct setting for this audio option will depend on the type of PlayStation 3 hardware you have and your audio output needs. For older early generation PS3s that lack bitstream output of lossless Blu-ray soundtracks like Dolby True HD and DTS HD Master Audio, configure the setting for linear PCM so the decoding takes place on the PS3 and the output is at maximum quality and compatibility. For newer PS3 hardware that supports bitstream output, the bitstream setting will send the audio data as is to a compatible receiver for decoding and playback. A quick test for this audio setting is to play a Blu-ray movie and select its lossless audio soundtrack. Display the movie's audio and video bitrate information by pressing the select button on the PS3 controller. If the audio bitrate appears stuck at 1.5 megabits per second with HDMI output, this setting is likely configured incorrectly. And that's it. Your PlayStation 3 is now configured for optimal picture and sound quality. For help setting up your TV's picture, check out my TV setup guide linked in the notes. And for more home theater information, reviews, and kick-ass deals, visit heronfidelity.com. Have a great day.